When my girlfriend and I had finished dinner at the restaurant yesterday, the waitress came over to clear the table and she said, "Let me get this mess out of your way." I said, "That's okay. I already called her an Uber." Welcome to Shave&Butcher. And today I'm shaving with a Pasteur special. This is Timmermann, green label. And Timmermann is a pharmacy that was acquired by Pasteur so a short while back, I think. And it was established in, what does it say, 1863, and this is the logo, and this is the telephone number. Originally it was just 85580, and then they added TE for some reason, and those were the phone numbers back then, back in the days. That's pretty much when the telephone was invented, wasn't it? Don't Google that, I don't know. But anyway, very exciting. This is part of the giveaway that I'm running as well. I'll put a link to the video of the giveaway in the description, and pretty cool. So giving away this set, brand new, along with the Hoffman Burn the Ships soap that I tried out the other day. So we'll try this one out. Since it's going for a giveaway, I'm going to scoop out a little bit of the soap and load in a separate bowl. I'm not going to load from this, so it's going to be brand spanking new for whoever wins it, except what I take out, and I'll try not to sneeze. It smells like something I would enjoy quite a bit, actually. Let me see what it's supposed to smell like. The original recipe of the soap from Timmermann, the apothecary, and the scent notes as well. So what we've got is notes of tobacco, oud, vanilla, amber, basil, geranium, peach, and nutmeg, entwined with jasmine, rose, patchouli, and musk. Huh? Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty damn good. So got my scooping thing that I got from my friend Martin, I think, at YMMV Shaves. So scooping out yay much. Okay, putting the lid back on so you can go and win. Now as I promote the giveaway, I can just hear Martin and others going, "Oh, come on, just get it over and done with. No more entries." Well, it's fun. Giveaways are fun. I forgot because I don't do a lot, because what am I? Am I too cheap, or am I too complacent, or am I thinking, nah, I don't have anything nice to give away anyway? I don't know. Mainly lazy and cheap, I think. That's it. A bit at the bottom. Get the soap off the fingertips, so I can grab my brush. So vintage soap will be a vintage razor, which you'll see in a minute, or 8 rather. The brush is a badger brush. It's French. It's from Gentleman Barbier, and the handle is made from thuja tree. And I'll have to put my fingers around the handle so I don't bang it around too much and damage it and make a racket. Instead I'm doing this. Yeah, I wonder how many normal people would recognize this sound. Well, they could interpret it as something completely different, obviously. It's up to everyone to do that. But you guys know what the sound is. Yeah, you do. But it does sound like a few different things. It smells very, very nice. Now, I always get influenced by what something is supposed to smell like when I smell it. It's it's hard for me. I always find the scent notes that I'm supposed to find. Well, not always, but you know what I mean? And this has so many scent notes. So my imagination is, goes back to a New York pharmacy in 1869. Of course, I can't imagine exactly what that would have been like. What was Manhattan like in 1863? I don't know. But how cool it must have been for Pasteur's, Leon and Leandro and the others to walk into the basement of Timmermann's pharmacy, with all those old stuff. It's probably been there, it's been there for, 150 years, some of this stuff. You find old recipes and you find old bottles and jars in the basement. Pretty cool. Super thick dent straight away. Hopefully massively overloaded. Now it's on the vase and now we'll add water to it. Yeah, so it's in New York in 1869. Fancy that. I just imagined it in black and white. Of course it wasn't. They had invented color already then. But no cars, right? Were there cars in? God, I'm ignorant. Probably horse and carriage and that sort of thing. No Ubers. Well, was the Uber of the day was horse and carriage, I suppose. But how dirty was it, were the streets dirty? What a very, very nice soap. Shiny, shiny, shiny leather. And it's one you can play around with. Look at that. Doesn't that look fantastic? I'm gonna add more water just because I can. I really don't have to, but I can. So this brush is quite small. It doesn't have a ton of backbone. I'm just trying to get a little bit of water in. But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful experience to work with. It's not cheap. I bought this in Bordeaux. It is French, of course. Just painting a bit of water. See what happens. See what it looks like. Beautiful. It's just something about wooden handles in a shaving brush. So this is at least as old as the soap base. This is Shave&Butcher wedge. I polished it quite a bit, but everything is original apart from the pins. Lead inlays in the horn scales. Yeah, it's kind of almost falling apart. And the scent of this soap is, it's, again, I'm influenced, but maybe a little bit of a pharmacy vibe, it's not, yeah, New York, why not, right? And perhaps in those days you needed scented soaps and perfumes just to get away from what everything smelled like. That's what I imagine anyway. There you go. It falls off the razor. It doesn't it doesn't run off like water, it just falls off by gravity because it's such a heavy lather. So you have a heaviness in the floral tones, kind of like, and then you spice it up with something a little bit darker. See if that falls off again. There you go. It's a scent of the rich. It's not a working man's scent. So you ask yourself, what's a working man's? I don't know. Smoke. What did we say we had here? No, a lot of different things. There's definitely a musk in there. And there's a vanilla. Is there a vanilla written down on the thing? Yep. It's always a cool combo. Musk and vanilla. Because both are, it's a good mix, and both are very potent scents that sort of go through the white noise. Yeah, sophisticated scent. It's a man with a three-piece suit and a hat and a cravat and a mustache. A tall hat. That's the scent. That's what you want to go for. It's not a coal miner's scent. You know what I mean? No? Mommy, what's a coal miner's scent? I don't know. Horrible. Probably not. Probably smells like it. I grew up on the actual mill site of a paper mill. Sulfate, pulp producer, and then the pulp is turned into paper. And that smells horrible to most people. And when we moved, we had to throw away all the furniture and clothes because you couldn't get the stink out. But every time I go past one of those mills, or a similar mill, and it's the same with my dad, it kind of smells at home, and it kind of smells like money, right? Because that's where my dad made his wages. Where's he going with this? Well, I'm thinking coal mine is probably the same thing. I don't know what it smells like in a coal mine. Probably like coal dust. Well, I do know how that smells, so okay, I have an idea, I suppose. Which some people, a lot of people will probably say it doesn't smell very nice, but if you're brought up with that and your livelihood comes from the coal mine, then you will like that smell. Probably. Wedges, as opposed to full hollow razors, have a bit more draw, a bit more resistance. Friction, if you will. So when you put it to the skin, it's like, I like to call it like a massage. Kind of is. It's an exfoliation, of course, but then it would be with a hollow razor as well. It's just a different feeling. The end result, if the razor is good, is the same. And it's not really more difficult to get a good shave with a wedge, but you have to treat it slightly differently. I use more power. I push it a bit more. At least I think so. At least it feels like I do. Maybe I don't. I don't know. It's intuitive now. But every time I use an old wedge, I feel that the shave is slightly more traditional than it is otherwise. I think of the fact that this razor is easily 150 years old, probably older. And, you know, it's not only heavy, but it brings weight to the experience. Is it just my imagination? Well, my imagination is my experience, right? Perfectly close shave. Very, very good. Put some cold water on as well. Yeah, great soap. A very, very good soap. Beautiful lather. Let's get the remains of it. Beautiful lather. As you can see, nice and peaky, dense. Lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. And a cool, sophisticated scent. A rich man's scent. It's a rich man's world. Well, that's my perception, but it's definitely sophisticated. It's something that isn't taken lightly. This is, you know, kind of scent. Thank you for watching. Enter the giveaway if you want to. I'll catch you next time, and meanwhile, stay sharp.